Hello friends, my name is Ramasu. Today we shall discuss about the topic the project charter in project management. Friend, today's topic is very interesting, especially if you have interest in project management or you are planning to give exam of PMP in near future. So it's a very interesting and important topic for you. So let's start, friend. First of all, I would request to please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell option as well so that my new videos can reach to you. Friend, a project charter is a formal, typically short document that describes your project in its entirety, including what the objectives are and how it will be carried out and who the stakeholders are. It is a crucial ingredient in planning the project because it is used throughout the project lifecycle. The project charter typically documents the reason of the project, objectives and constraints of the project, the main stakeholders, risk identified, benefits of the project, and the general overview of the budget. Now, how to create a project charter? Understand project goals and objectives, identify the project vision and determine the scope of the project. Define project organization, list all the essential roles for the project including customers, stakeholders and the day-to-day project team. Create an implementation plan, outline major milestones, dependencies and the timeline for the entire team and stakeholders. List potential problem areas. This is not about being a downer and more instead about being realistic. Adding potential risks and issues to the project charter helps everyone think ahead and even prevents potential roadblocks. Tips for writing a project management charter. First of all, friend, rely on insights from your team. Don't feel like you need to work out this information on your own. Pull together some of your project team members to pick their brains about goals, milestones, and potential problem areas. Gathering their insights will help you create a far more accurate project charter. Keep it short and straightforward. It's tempting to get lost in the amount of information available, but keep in mind that your project charter is supposed to be a high level overview of your project and not a breakdown that covers every detail. Each section of your charter should only require a sentence or two. Additionally, charts and bulleted list will help you present the information in an organized and digestible way. Create a template. After you realize how helpful a project charter is, you will undoubtedly want one for all your team's project. Don't waste time reinventing the wheel. Create a simple template that you can copy and use for all your project charters. Not only will it eliminate some manual effort, but it will also ensure you don't miss any element. Project need approval before they can be executed. A project charter is a project planning document that sells the project to stakeholders and sponsors. If you are able to show its viability and return on investment, the work will get the green light to move forward. But there are a lot of elements to any successful project charter. If you are new to project management, a project charter template can set you up to make sure you are hitting all the major points. So what's a project charter exactly? The following quick guide will help you that. A project charter is the statement of scope, objectives and people who are participating in a project. It begins the process of defining the roles and responsibilities of those participants and outlines the objectives and goals of the project. The charter also identifies the main stakeholders and defines the authority of project manager. The key elements of a project charter. The project management charter serves as a reference document. It should define these three main points. What is the essence of the project? What are the goals and objectives of the project? How are you planning to reach and achieve these goals and objectives? Why does this project exist? Provide a shared understanding of the project. The charter should communicate its value and or reasons for existence to every person who has a part in it, from the team to the project manager, stakeholders and sponsors. Can we agree on this project? The charter acts as a contract between the project sponsor, key stakeholders, and the project team. By noting the responsibilities of each party involved in the project, everyone is clear what their duties are. Now, how to create a project charter? This is a very important point. For that purpose, friend, there are the broad strokes, and while a project statement doesn't need to go into great detail. First of all, state the project information. This first section in your project charter is where you will include your project general information such as its name, description, and who are the project sponsor, project manager, team member, and a stakeholder. Define project team roles and responsibilities. An important function of a project charter is to document who are your team members and what their roles and responsibilities are. You should also identify the main stakeholders. It's always crucial to note the stakeholders in any project, for they are the ones who you will be reporting to and, in a sense, managing their expectations. Identify project goals and project objectives. It's important for project managers to differentiate between these two. Project goals are the high level benefits that the project should generate, while project objectives are the specific milestones or steps that are needed to complete them. If you don't have a clear target, your project is going to miss the mark. Present a business case. A project charter needs a business case because it essentially states the reasons for undertaking the project. It helps project managers explain what are the business needs that the project will meet and what are the expected financial benefits and return on investment for project stakeholders. A good way to sell the project is to have a sense of what good the project will bring to sponsors and stakeholders. Outline the project scope. What are the inner scope and outer scope items? The scope is the boundaries of your project, such as its start date and when it concludes. So, what are the inner scope items, such as those parts of the project process as opposed to tasks or actions that lay outside the step by step process of the project? Outline your key project deliverables and milestones. Later, during the planning phase, you will need to create a scope statement that describes the project scope in more depth. Create a project timeline. A project timeline is a simplified version of your project schedule. The project timeline should show key deliverables, milestones, and project stages so that stakeholders understand the big picture. Build the project budget. While you will go into greater detail when you create the project budget, here is where you want to get a ballpark figure on what project cost you expect. Define the budget for the project and who will have spending authority. Note key assumptions and constraints. It's important to write down all the assumptions and constraints that can have an impact on the development or execution of your project plan. Noting key assumptions is very important for stakeholder management, as setting clear expectations is key to success. Log key project risk. Identify all potential risks that could arise in the project so you are not taken by surprise. Here you will want to highlight the most probable or impactful risks so that stakeholders are aware of them early on. This should be followed up by a risk register and a risk management plan in your project plan, where you detail how you will resolve those risks and who on the team is responsible for catching and fixing them. Define project requirements and success criteria. The project management team and project stakeholders must reach an agreement in terms of success criteria. The most common aspects to determine project success are the triple constant elements like time, cost, and scope, but depending on the project, there can be many project requirements such as risk tolerance levels and quality standards as well. So friend, thank you, thanks a lot for watching the video. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please share it with your friends and colleagues, and thanks a lot for watching the video. Thank you, friends.